Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Chill English, the cozy place where we relax, listen, and practice English naturally and slowly. I'm Quinn, and today I have something special for you. This is a shadowing practice that will help you speak English more clearly and confidently. No matter how busy you are, you can join me right now. Maybe you're walking, cooking, or just lying on your bed. That's okay. You don't need a book. You don't need a notebook. You only need your voice, your ears, and your focus. You have 5 minutes, right? That's enough to improve. There's no reason to wait for the perfect time. The best time to start is now. This is not just about listening. It's about speaking. So open your mouth, repeat after me, and speak out loud. Feel your tongue move. Feel the rhythm of English, and let your voice flow with mine. And remember, stay with me until the end. Don't skip. Don't stop. Each sentence helps your brain get stronger and your speaking get smoother. All right, are you ready? Let's begin our story for today. My first day at school. My name is Quinn, and I still remember my first day at school like it was yesterday. It was a bright, sunny morning. I woke up very early because I was too excited to sleep. I put on my new uniform and my favorite shoes. My mom helped me pack my little backpack. Inside, there was a notebook, a pencil, a ruler, and a small lunchbox. We walked to school together. On the way, I saw many other children holding their parents' hands. Some looked happy, some looked scared, and some were crying. I felt both nervous and curious. Everything looked so big. The gate, the playground, the classrooms. When we arrived, a friendly teacher smiled at me. Her name was Miss Jenny. She said, "Good morning, Quinn. Welcome to school." Her voice was warm, and I started to feel a little better. My mom said goodbye and told me to be brave. I waved at her and took my first step into the classroom. Inside, there were many colorful pictures on the wall. I saw the alphabet, animals, and drawings made by other kids. There were small tables, tiny chairs, and a big whiteboard at the front. I found my name on a sticker and sat down at my desk. Some children were already talking and laughing. Others sat quietly, just like me. Then a boy next to me smiled and said, "Hi, I'm Ben. What's your name?" I said, "I'm Quinn." He said, "Do you want to be friends?" I nodded and smiled. And that's how I made my first friend at school. Soon, Miss Jenny asked everyone to stand up and introduce themselves. When it was my turn, I said, "Hello, my name is Quinn. I like drawing and I like cats." Everyone clapped for me, and I felt proud. The teacher smiled and said, "Great job, Quinn." Next, we learned a song about the alphabet. A, B, C, D. We sang together loudly. The music made everyone laugh. Slowly, I started to feel comfortable. The fear in my heart began to disappear. After that, Miss Jenny read us a short story about a little bird who was learning to fly. The bird was scared at first, but after many tries, it could finally fly high in the sky. I listened carefully and thought, that little bird is just like me. I was new. I was afraid, but I wanted to grow and learn. When it was time for a break, we went outside. The sun was shining, and the playground was full of laughter. I played tag with Ben and some new friends. We ran, jumped, and shouted with joy. I fell once, but I laughed and stood up again. It felt good to be part of something new. After the break, we drew pictures of our families. I drew my mom, my dad, and me standing in front of our house. Miss Jenny looked at my drawing and said, "That's beautiful, Quinn." Her words made me smile. Finally, the bell rang. School was over, and I ran outside. My mom was waiting for me near the gate. She asked, "How was your first day?" I said, "It was amazing. I made friends and I had fun." She hugged me tightly and said, "I'm proud of you." That night, I couldn't stop thinking about school. I remembered the laughter, the songs, and the new things I had learned. It was the beginning of a new chapter in my life. I realized that school was not just about learning from books. It was also about meeting people, growing, and finding courage inside myself. And now, every time I pass by that same school, I still smile. Because that first day taught me something very important. Every big journey begins with one small, brave step. You did it. You finished today's shadowing practice. If you followed every sentence and spoke out loud, give yourself a big smile. That's real progress. Remember, your English doesn't need to be perfect. You just need to keep going. A little every day will bring big changes. 5 minutes today can open a new door tomorrow. So keep practicing, keep smiling, and keep believing in yourself. Thank you for spending your time with me today. If you like this practice, give it a like, subscribe to Chill English, and turn on the bell so you never miss a new episode. Take care, stay positive, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye for now, my friends.